Huawei isn't a new player in the wearable fitness tracker space, but they are in the smartwatch category. But it looks like they have something pretty premium with their first offering here. Hey guys, John V from PhoneArena. You're watching our video review of the Huawei Watch. And what makes this so appealing from the get-go is that it has a premium classical timepiece design, so it looks very much like a standard watch. You have the round face style design, you have a stainless steel chassis, a 42mm diameter, you even have these easy to replace leather strap bands, and you could replace them with some other options as well to give it an even more premium look. And the overall package is pretty good considering this is Huawei we're talking about. Incredible construction. For the most part, it stays true to what you want to find in a watch design. And to top it off, you have also an IP67 rating with it. The other thing that stands out is the display. It's a sharp one, and Huawei likes to stress the fact that they've gone with a full circular display as opposed to that flat tire look with the Moto 360. So what we have here is a 1.4-inch 400 by 400 AMOLED display with sapphire crystal. You get great details, of course, one of the highest resolution screens on a smartwatch. And being AMOLED, you have all those characteristics. So you have the wide viewing angles, you have that deep black color. It's easy on the eyes at night when trying to look at it. However, if you're using it outdoors when the sun is out, it's a little bit challenging because first of all, there's no ambient light sensor, so you gotta manually crank up the brightness. And you'll wanna use a watch face that has a white background just to give it a little bit more contrast. The other thing you wanna note is that it's recessed, so even if it does come in contact with surfaces, chances are you're not going to scratch it too much. We also really like that it's super responsive too with its performance. It's zippy and fast thanks to the Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 processor inside with 512 megabytes of RAM. Now that's the same hardware that you find in many Android Wear smartwatches right now. Luckily, it has pretty good battery life too. Now in our usage, we're able to get up to 2 days of usage out of it. Usually by the end of the day, it's at roughly below the 50% mark, but still decent enough. Now on the underside, you have the heart rate sensor and the connector pins for the charging pad. Now with the charging pad, it's just one piece, so if any part of it goes bad, you're gonna have to replace the entire thing, which is kind of unfortunate. Despite its premium and beautiful design, there's nothing really different with the Android Wear experience. It's the same old one we've been seeing of late, nothing really new, though we do appreciate the fact that there's now Wi-Fi connectivity in addition to the standard Bluetooth connection it has. You have some native apps that are stored on the smartwatch itself, so that's pretty useful. But overall, it's still mainly a notifications hub with the various cards that it provides. For Huawei, this is pretty good considering that it's their first Android Wear smartwatch. It has some elegance to it, a beautiful design, and a classical timepiece look to it. So you can't complain in that area about its looks. But it comes down to pricing, and we're not too keen about its starting cost of $350, which is a little bit more than some of the comparable options out there. Of course, the pricing will change depending on which model you go with. It can be as much as $800 if you go with an all rose gold colored one that's 22 karat plated. But at the base level, $350 is still $50 more than the starting cost of the second generation Moto 360. So with that, it makes for a tougher argument over the comparable options out there.